like.
We'll wait like a minute or two, maybe 5. We're getting it done, boys. We're almost there.
He has his PhD.
Yeah, it's
His PhD in swimming.
So this next fish is gonna be $10,000. It's officially filling up, so I'll get back to you guys when it's full. All right, guys, moment of truth. We're plugging it in. Hey guys, welcome back to Colson's Critters. I'm Colson Smith, and in today's video, we are going to be actually getting this thing up and running today, the saltwater tide pool. We are actually going to go ahead and flip this back over. I did it upside down so it didn't fill with rainwater. We're going to go ahead and give it a nice clean out. We're also going to be working on our filtration today. We did get the return pump, but today's video is mainly going to be really a plane. So today's video is mainly going to be us filling this up and getting the filtration running as well, and kind of showing you the future plan for what we're going to do with the roof and all that. So let's go ahead and start by cleaning this guy out. Okay, now that we've gotten it pretty clean, what we're going to do next, and this might be stupid, but it's the only way I could think of to level this thing, is we're going to put the level on the side of the pond, make sure that bubble's level, and then we're kind of just gonna move it around the edge of the pond and just make sure it's level on all sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that, so I'll be right back. Now that it's level all the way around, let's go ahead and fill it up with the hose. It actually looks like it's about to rain too, for sure, so that'll help us out as well. We're gonna pop 2 hoses in here and get this thing going quick. Also, we have to plug it back up, so we have to screw the plug back in. It's officially filling up, so I'll get back to you guys when it's full. So we actually have this box that we got sent to us by CJ, so huge shout out to CJ. If you guys ever want to check out CJ's products, make sure you go to your local fish shop and you can get some CJ products. I would say they're one of the best pumps out there. So I got this guy right here. This is gonna be what's gonna be running our pond, the main pump for it. Huge shout out to them. Make sure you guys get CJ products at your local fish shop. Love CJ, so definitely a big shout out to them for sending me this. But this is gonna be the main pump, like I said, for the saltwater tide pool. Yeah, this is a bad boy, holy crap. Look at how big this guy is. That's a monster. So this guy's actually gonna be 4,200 gallons per hour. So yeah, that's gonna rip through. That's gonna be amazing. Super excited to get this set up today. Let's go see how this works. So it looks like it actually does come with a bunch of adapters, so that way you can either put it mainly into the tank itself or the pond, or you can run it from outside the pond. So I can have it pump water from a hose in the pond. It'll be external, meaning it'll be like on the floor, and that'll pump water right back into it. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna be keeping it in the pond, and then we're gonna have water pump straight from this into a filter back into the tank. All right, now that we got this bad boy filled up, we basically got really lucky and it started pouring, and it actually filled with rainwater mostly, as well with the hose. Obviously we're gonna have to add salt to this eventually, but we're really just testing out to make sure this thing is good. I went ahead and just put the CJ pump in there and plugged it in just to get the water moving, and man, I must say this thing is so powerful. It is insane. It is blasting water through here. But now we gotta work on our filtration system. So I have this vat here I actually got from a friend. So if you're doing this at home, I'd recommend just getting like a trash can or a brute trash can or something like that. Anything like cylinder like this that'll hold water. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this hole to be 1 inch, so it's bigger coming out. We have 2 bulkheads at the bottom, so we're gonna have to get new bulkheads. So we get the water to push from the bottom to go up. And then once it gets up to the top, it'll spill over through PVC here back into the pond. So that's kind of the idea. So let's go to Top Shelf Aquatics and go get some bulkheads real quick. And then we're gonna need to go to Home Depot to get some PVC. So it looks like it's gonna rain again. I hope that kind of made sense, so we'll kind of get this show on the road before it rains. But I will be able to explain everything as we're going. Now we are gonna need silicone for our bulkhead fittings, so that way we can silicone and make sure everything is good. Now I do need to figure out which silicone will be safe to put in the pond. And that's where Reef to Reef is gonna be coming in handy, the sponsor of today's video. Reef to Reef app is a perfect app for any questions like this. I'm gonna go ahead and go on here and just search which silicone will be best for my aquarium, and right off the bat I'm gonna find results just like this here from other people like me that are building stuff like this. Now not only can you find questions like this for my silicone, also for your reef tank as well. So if I want to know why my corals aren't opening up, I can go through and I can find other people that have the same issues as me, and they'll be more than happy to help on the app. So anything reefing related at all, there's tons of users out there that have threads, forums of problems that have happened in the past, or if you have a problem, you can always type on there a new problem that you have and make your own thread, and people will respond to it and help out. Make sure you check out the Reef to Reef app. I've been using Reef to Reef actually for a very long time, so I'm super happy they made an app, but make sure you download the app. I'll leave the link down in the description. Now that I know which silicone is safe for me to use, we'll be getting it later in this video. Thanks again for Reef to Reef for sponsoring this video. Let's get right back into it. We made it to the fish store. It is pouring outside, so we're gonna wait a little bit to go get our bulkheads. But while we're waiting, let's go show you guys some of the fish and coral we got. And Jared. Hey Jared. Off rip, we got this big lionfish right here, super red too. Really pretty. Big flamingo tank too. I believe that one might have came from the farm. I would just assume just because of how big it is. This doctorfish is pretty cool. Or ocean sturgeon? Doctorfish might be the same thing.
Yeah, it says PhD.
Yeah, it's PhD.
It's PhD in swimming.
Back here, we have a midnight pufferfish. So cool. We've got to get one of those one day in the future. We also have one of these magnetic box faces. We actually have one of those at home. Behind us here, there is a golden canary eel. We've got a zebra eel, another zebra eel, and there's actually an epaulet shark back there, which is one of those sharks that kind of like scoots across the bottom. These banana eels are super rare. They actually go for about 1,500 bucks. I don't know if they're rare, but they're just expensive. They're very cool, super yellow, and then they have those black spots across their body as well. Look at him, he looks terrified, I'm not gonna lie. He's probably like, why are you recording me? We actually have a lot of super expensive rare fish today, so I'm gonna show you guys some of the more rare expensive ones. We're gonna start with a fish that's kind of in between being one of the most expensive, is this black tang right here. This guy's gonna retail for about $2,500. He's super big too, one of the biggest black tangs I've seen. These guys are really cool because they have that really long nose, as well as on the top right here. It's kind of hard to tell in the video, especially with the blue background, but they get kind of like a light blue coloration on the top of their back there, so they're pretty cool. Now directly above this guy, we actually have a marginalis butterfly. These are really cool. They're about 500 bucks retail. And the reason they're kind of more expensive is because they're basically a copper band butterfly, but they're missing that middle stripe. And what's cool is that these guys have actually been eating really well. We have a couple of them here. We got one there and one there as well. But copper band looks like this guy right here. So he's got all the stripes going across his body, versus these guys are missing those stripes. What's cool is they've actually been eating for us pretty well, which is awesome. This pink square Antius right below him is really pretty as well. Definitely one of my favorite fish. I believe we have to get a copper band, not a marginalis, a copper band. Like, we gotta do that for the pond. Considering it's our logo, I feel like we have to get one for the pond. Unfortunately, they don't really eat all that well, but if we can get one from Australia, they usually eat really well, and we can actually get one that's pretty big, so that way he can hold his own against the other bigger fish that are gonna be in the pond. I should actually say saltwater tide pool, because that's what we're gonna be calling it. We're gonna be calling it a tide pool. But moving on, down here, we actually have a queen angelfish. So we got this queen angelfish right here, which is another fish that I definitely want to get in a saltwater tide pool. Super pretty. Definitely one of my favorite fish out there. The main thing that we have to look at when we're picking fish is what they're gonna look like from above, because the way the saltwater tide pool is you can't see it from the side. So I'm only gonna be looking at the fish from above. Now occasionally we'll be able to catch the fish out and put them into like a glass tank, just for viewing purposes and to film. And also when we're putting them in the tank, we'll be looking at the sides of them as well. But for the most part, we're gonna be looking from above. So we wanna make sure that what we're putting in there looks good from above. So stuff like that Dalmatian puffer, this queen angelfish will look really good from above. So we want to make sure it has a bright purple color, not only on the sides, but on the top. Moving on to more of the expensive fish though, we have this Irene tilefish. This guy goes for about 1,200 bucks, I believe. Super pretty, they're super friendly. You can actually pick them up sometimes. But yeah, they're really friendly, and look at that pattern on that. So this next fish is the most expensive fish that we have right now at Top Shelf Aquatics, and it's gonna be $10,000, which is absolutely insane, and that is gonna be the Yerpal tang. It's actually a purple tang and a yellow tang combined together to have a hybrid baby called the Yerpal tang. Now it's really hard to tell in this blue background, but that is a Yerpal tang right back there. Super pretty. I don't know if it's worth $10,000. You guys let me know down below if you would pay $10,000 for a Yerpal. To be completely honest with you, I don't care what the fish looks like. I would never spend $10,000 on a fish. Now we do have about 3 of these guys in stock right now. They are pretty, I'll give them that, but I don't know if that $10,000 pretty. This tank here has some really pretty fish, like this big panther grouper, which is just a monster. Blue-faced angelfish, which is one of my favorite angelfish right now. Koi Scopus tang in here, which they go for about $4,000. And then one of the, my opinion, an underrated angelfish is gonna be this Asper angel right here, which are like a dark blue with a yellow stripe going down the middle of their body. But that's enough showing you guys the fish. Let's grab our bulkheads and get out of here. We got our 3 bulkheads. We ended up going with 1.5 inch for the spillway to go into the pond. We got Jared. Let's go ahead and check out and then we'll head to the house. Not too bad. 2766. We got 3 bulkheads, so let's pay for this and get out of here. All right, now we gotta make it back to the car without getting the camera soaking wet. Bye. Adios. All right, this is exactly what we need. So let's get this and get out of here. So we made it back home. We got Griffin behind the camera. We got our drill bit here. Basically what we're gonna do is we have 2 3/4 inch bulkheads, which are like these, but smaller, that are going in here. And then this is our 1.5 bulkhead that's gonna go right here. And that's gonna go back into the pond. Like the water will flow through the bottom here. It'll make sense as we go. But what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take our drill bit here, which is a little bit smaller than this. So I'm not sure how well this is gonna work, but we're about to find out. But we're gonna drill the hole into this. I'm probably gonna put it down like that, and then just drill it like this into the ground. We're back. We got my dad to hold it for me so it doesn't move. And then we also got this piece of wood, which will help me keep it stable.
Look at that. We got a bunch of wood that's gonna poison the fish tank.
No, we'll clean it. We got the bulkhead in here nice and snug. We are gonna wanna run a bead of silicone around this just to be safe. I'm gonna do it on all 3 of the bulkheads. And then we actually have to go pick up, so we are gonna have to put the bulkheads in obviously, but we are gonna have to go pick up some PVC glue, silicone, PVC cutters, what else is there? Some elbows. So yeah, let's go Home Depot and go get those things real quick. A little distracted because we were building something. That's all I'm gonna give you sneak peek wise, but make sure you guys stay tuned because these videos are gonna be absolutely insane. I'm super excited for this pond project. We have our pump adapter thing here, so that way we can match the size. We're gonna need a threaded piece, threaded reducer, so we can get it to go down to this 3/4 inch bulkhead. Hopefully this all makes sense, but let's head to Home Depot. We just picked up the PVC cutters. We got a 10-foot pole of 3/4 inch PVC. We got a little short one of 1.5 inch PVC. We got our 2 elbows for the 1.5 inch, 3 elbows for the 3/4 inch, and this is gonna be what screws into the pump, which will reduce it down to the 3/4 inch. Hopefully this all makes sense. We're gonna pick up, oh, we actually have our PVC glue as well. And then we're picking up our silicone too, and I'll get back to you on which one we're grabbing. All right, 50 bucks, let's go ahead and pay it. I drive a 2-door car. You're probably looking at me like I'm crazy because I got a 10-foot PVC. Well, maybe I am. But we're gonna get our PVC cutters we just bought, and we're just gonna cut it right in half, and it should fit in here. Emphasis on should. I'm really hoping it'll fit in here. But you know what? We'll make it work. Somehow this will be getting home. We made it home from Home Depot with all of our supplies. We got our brother-in-law, Logan, right here. He's gonna be helping us out building this filter because I really don't know what I'm doing. I don't think he does either, but we're gonna do it together. So basically what I ended up picking up was this here. So we screwed in, which basically replaced what the pump came with. And then with this slip spot, we can put our reducer to the 3/4 inch. So we're gonna PVC glue this here, and then we're gonna PVC glue our 3/4 inch pipe into there. It is gonna reduce our flow by a decent amount, but I'm not really too worried about it because this pump is super strong. Logan's gonna teach us a little bit about PVC glue.
I'm not a plumber by any means, but purple is always your primer, and you want to use that first on any fittings if you can get it open. Dude, holy crap.
Jeez. You want me to try?
Dude, yeah.
Easily opens it.
I'm really mad.
Jeez. Yo. There's no way.
Give me pliers.
Yeah, we might need them. All right, we got it open.
What I was saying is, purple's always your primer.
Purple goes first.
And
ew.
They have clear primer.
That's really purple.
But what purple primer is for usually
Plurple?
is purple. So that when you're doing inspections on something that has to be inspected, inspectors can see that it's primed. So, but this just basically cleans and preps the surface for your glue, so your glue sticks better. So you want to glue this side, or prime that side, Grab this.
Prime that side, or the outside, right?
Yep. Prime both sides, inside,
Ooh,
outside.
that smells.
Yeah, it smells real strong.
I kind of like it.
And the stuff stains everything.
Really?
So, yeah. And then
So
you
maybe
grab your
clear
glue.
would have been better.
That's alright.
And then we got our glue. You're gonna glue both the outside and the inside?
Yeah, I
Or
usually
just
do.
the outside?
I usually just glue both sides. I'm
Do
also
both?
not a plumber by any means, but I've never had anything go wrong.
We're DIYing it over here, right?
DIYing. And then you're just gonna shove it in and give it some twists
And
and
that's not moving.
let her sit.
And then after it cures, we're just gonna... Oh wait, we can probably glue this in too.
Yeah, we can glue that in and then we'll let that cure as well.
We're just gonna throw the whole like 5-foot stick I got here, because I did cut the 10-foot stick in the parking lot and put it in my car. But we will glue this in, and then that way we can cut it to the exact size we need by putting it in the pond and seeing how high we need it up to go.
Exactly. Now I'm just gonna glue.
Primer, glue, and we'll stick it into the reducer. All right, now you guys can see the vision. So screw that in, then we'll have our PVC to go like up and over the pond to get to the filter. I'm gonna try my best not to show you guys the build of the roof for the pond, but this is kind of the idea. So it's gonna sit in there. We're gonna cut it probably around like here-ish, so it's gonna go up and over, right into the pump, right into the filter. Water will go up, and then this will come right back out, down into the pond, and we'll have it kind of go off that way. Let's do some measurements here.
Some ghetto measurements.
Ghetto measuring, because it doesn't have to be perfect.
That look about flat.
Yep, give it a cut with my new pipe cutters. I'll hold on to this so it doesn't fall and hit you.
You actually got really nice pipe cutters.
Yeah, they're nice, I like them.
Probably not a flat cut, but doesn't have to be perfect. Because guess
Boom.
what? It's not a house.
We're getting it done, boys. We're almost there.
Okay, wait.
Okay, we gotta glue that into this.
Yep.
Then, oh, make sure it's angled right too.
I just thought about that, but I didn't glue the 90 down yet purposely for
Oh,
that.
okay. And then we'll glue that into this, which we do need to cut this a little shorter. And then we'll be good to go. Then the only thing we gotta do is glue our PVC here. Here we go. Last piece.
You gotta make sure it's straight up and down.
Yeah, if it's off a little bit, it shouldn't really be a huge deal. But, and then we gotta glue that one in.
Primer.
You know the drill. Primer. Primer on both.
Glue on one or two, it don't really matter.
Wasn't really great primer job, but that's okay. And then glue. Oh, there you go. You got it.
There we go.
Glue on both sides as well.
1, 2,
Bada bing, bada
don't really
boom.
matter.
And then we pop it in.
Pop her in like.
We'll wait like a minute or two, maybe
So-
5. And then we can pump water through it technically. But actually, we should probably do the top first.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we don't have water just spraying down. Boom, dude, this looks great. This came to life.
Yeah.
It's not like super pretty, but
Honestly, it would be
I could definitely cover this pretty easily. All right, here's what we got. So basically, the elbow will go at the bottom, and it'll shoot the water out that way. I'll probably end up getting a piece that's a little longer, so it goes down into the water a little more, kind of like that, and it'll go straight down into the water. But for now, this will work. There's nothing in here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But let's get all this glued, dried, and we'll turn it on. All right, guys, moment of truth. Obviously, this is not a permanent cable situation here. You guys saw what we picked up from Home Depot, so we need to set that up. We're plugging it in. Yo! Look at that. That's strong. Let's see what's the leak. Looks like we're good on the bulkhead. It's a little slow.
Oh, lots of glue.
Yeah, that's okay.
Perfect.
Keep going. Oh, what if we can't keep up?
We're good. That's what we're gonna find out right now.
It looks like it's keeping up.
It does look like it's keeping up.
It's not super strong coming out. Actually, it is pretty strong.
Yeah.
If this was underwater, it would look a lot better in my opinion. So our filter is basically complete. All we have to do is add the media inside the filter, which I'm gonna be doing crushed live rock, carbon, and probably polyfilter, and that's probably it. I'll probably keep it pretty simple. Nothing too crazy, because we will be adding a skimmer to this eventually as well, and possibly a UV sterilizer. But there's our filter. It is all complete, ready to go. The only thing we need to do left is add a little bit of beaded silicone around all of our bulkheads, just to make sure nothing's leaking, and then we'll have to let it sit for 24 hours. Super excited for this build. You can kind of see some of the stuff behind me. Hopefully you're not getting too many sneak peeks. I haven't been showing this whole process on Snapchat, so if you guys want to check out my Snapchat, be sure to do that as well. link will be in the description. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new here so you can stay tuned for this project, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload videos like this. To all you guys that have subscribed and watched the videos, our videos have been doing super well recently, and you've been allowing me to make projects like this, which is just a dream come true. So I want to give every one of you a thank you. That being said, till next time, peace.